All right guys, welcome back and check out this beast of a bike we're going to be looking at today. So this is the 48 volt, 1000 watt Ecotric Bison we're going to be looking at today, and I would say without a doubt this is the biggest e-bike I have ever taken a look at. So while this bike is huge and heavy, I will say this is also a very heavy bike. I think it runs about 85 pounds, maybe even a few pounds more than that. It is possible for one person to lift this thing up, as my buddy Chris proved to me the other day down here to store. But personally, I wouldn't try it myself. I would definitely say you're going to be looking at two people to haul this, to lift it up into a truck or something if you're going to be transporting it. But with that said, I will say one of the smoothest, most powerful, fun bikes to ride that I've ever tried. I've got some riding footage we're going to take a look at just a little bit later in this video. But for now, I'm going to bring you guys up a little bit closer so you can check out some of the features on this bike. So one of the first things you might notice with this bike is the slick looking 17.5 amp hour battery. This is removable, so it does pop out, so you could have a second one if you wanted. This bike will give you about a 35-mile range right now, so if you had a second battery you could get up to 70 miles. Besides the huge beefy front suspension forks that you have in the front, you also have this mid suspension right here, making for a super comfortable ride. The tires are also bigger than anything I have had before. These are 26 inch by 4.8, so almost a 5-inch diameter on these tires. Huge. You almost feel like you're riding on motorcycle tires when you're on this thing. It also has a suspension in the seat post itself, so you're looking at just about triple suspension between the mid suspension, the front forks, and the seat post. You also have the standard Ecotric screen right there, which is going to give you your speedometer, odometer, trip odometer, like that. And then you also, of course, have your pedal assist levels 1 through 5. And of course, you do have the half throttle. So now that we ran through all of the specs on this bad boy, I'm going to show you guys some riding footage. Me and my buddy Chris went out. We both did ride this. I've only got the footage of him right now because I'm the only person who can ride with the big camera with one hand comfortably, so I can get the footage when someone's riding it. But I did want to show you guys what it looked like out doing its thing on the roads and on the loop trail here in Wenatchee. So go ahead and check that out, and then we'll wrap up when we get back. So alright guys, you saw this thing in action. Like I said, a large bike, definitely I think for a tall person who would be more comfortable riding this thing. Although my buddy Chris, who you saw in the video riding it, is about 5'10", he had no problem. He loved this bike. It is an awesome bike to ride. You really feel that power. The acceleration is like instantaneous with it. So it is a bigger, heavier bike, but it sort of more than makes up for it with that powerful 1000 watt engine. The 17.5 amp hour battery is going to get you 35-mile range, even with as heavy as this bike is. The triple suspension creates a really smooth ride, even if you're going off-road with this bike. This thing can handle dirt, mud, gravel, if you're on a Forest Service road or trails, and even would handle, I'm sure, really good in snow. So it's got a lot of good things going for it. If you're somebody who thinks you can handle a bike that is this much of a beast, then you can actually save $300 right now by using the link somewhere up here, you'll see a link. Click that button on the video. I will also post it in the pinned comment down below. This regularly $19.99. It's going for $16.99 right now. So save that $300 if you are interested in getting this Bison. And like I said, if you're looking for an affordable e-bike, you know, you don't want to spend the $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 to get something like a Trek, then this really is going to be able to handle the off-road stuff. It rides smooth on concrete as well. It's got some really nice features with it. Just keep in mind it is a large bike and it is very heavy. So other than that though, I would say those are the downsides of it. The positives are the big 1,000-watt motor, 17.5 amp hour, the triple suspension including the front forks, mid suspension, and the seat post. And just a really cool looking bike to ride, man. I'll tell you, we got lots of looks and several people asking us about this bike when we were out there riding it. So it is something that's pretty unique right now among e-bikes. So all right guys, thank you so much for joining me today. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your e-biking day. Remember, use that link if you want to save $300 on the Bison today and get one for yourself. And otherwise, I will catch you right back here with a brand new e-bike to take a look at.